Columbus, Ohio, in the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover.
Gets away from one. He's got space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Oh, better look out. Racing down the left side. He's at the tip, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, South Carolina! He got a step and just dusted the field.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Tate. He was looking for some running room and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse and his offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense putting points on the board. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hunt. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Calls his own number. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on designed plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Gamecocks have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. pass, it's complete. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He's got it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He wants to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds the tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Zings it complete to the right. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? The offense changing the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Caught over the middle. It's Herbert. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Peoples. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He splits the uprights. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. Running through contact. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To the air, it's Sayin. Got his man on the right. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
He wants to throw it again. This one's complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense continues to run the football. A second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Play the analytics here. You go for 2. From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Release to the back. Working that left side now. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up against somebody else, it's never going to be a quarterback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated. Now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Got it, looking for the first down. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got his man downfield. There he goes to the left. Past the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football, he caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a bit.
Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Smashes through the tackle. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires on the move. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Sayed. Plucks it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Fires left. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Lets it fly. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bama!
One of of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Ohio State! A great catch and run for 6.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Miller. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Miller with the ball. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. He makes the catch. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dude.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Makes the catch, it's Miller.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Works the middle of the field.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Tide with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the gun, give on the inside. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Tide. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety. They'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. And some room to work. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Unloads it downfield. He's got it up to 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got it. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure.
And he'll finish the line in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Got a man. It's Smith.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Throws to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Peoples. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. And his throw is incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's got his man. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The DBs will back off a bit. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and look for room. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air, it's Sayin. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 15, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half when you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these two-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Hale. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field.
Going for it all. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this knee. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder, just take care of the football here. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And those outside linebackers nowadays are so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that.
Wants to adjust the pattern. First priority is to take care of the ball here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Timeout, Ohio State.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep.
I absolutely understand the thought process of this offense. The defense has to cover 99 yards. I'm okay with throwing the football, but man, you got to throw that thing aggressively where only your guy can get it, not the defender. They make a big play, create some big momentum, and set their offense up in awesome field position.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. To the air. It's Sayin. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. The quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Peoples. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And that's the 2nd time he's gotten to the quarterback, following the legacy of those great Crimson Tide pass rushers like Will Anderson. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Under fire. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Power football with the run. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for once.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Sayin. They've got the screen set up. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. This drive will open from the 15. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And this offense stays aggressive, and listen, everybody likes it when it works. But now you are leaning on your defense, and this thing just got interesting.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Back to pass, it's Sayin. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to change this route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams.